Okay. Okay, so fundamental accessibility visual adjustments. This is the Vanilla Reader testing session. Today it's the 26th of September 2024, and this test I'm going to perform without a screen reader on since it's visual adjustment. So I'm going to go to the first test, Visual 010, change font size. There are different ways of changing the font size. Because it's a browser-based reading system, you can always just enlarge the entire UI by pressing Control plus, and this will just, very conveniently also change all the elements, such as the main menu, for example. So everything just gets more, yeah, which is very logical, right? If you enlarge the text of the book, you probably want the text of the UI to also adjust accordingly. But of course, you can always do it the old school way, which is to press Control Alt T to open the settings, and then go down to font size, and then just change it independently of the UI. So these are two ways you can do that. Also, next, change background and foreground color. You can do this again using the system theme. We will show that later when we apply the high contrast system configuration. But for now, we can also open the menu, the settings, and navigate down to the visual adjustments here. And we have dark, paper-like. I also have a custom dark contrast theme, and this also applies throughout the entire application, of course. And it's very easy to add your own themes here. So I'm actually going to make a widget for that, so you can add any theme you want. But let's go back to the defaults. Change brightness. Well, I'm on a PC screen, so of course I can change brightness, so that's a pass as well. Apply high contrast configuration. So what I can do now is that I can switch over to the Windows settings for this, and I can try to go to high contrast, night sky, and I can apply that. And as you can see, I now have a contrast mode for my reading system, and it's very reminiscent of my own contrast mode that I have. But yes, but now let's switch that back. Okay, very good. So magnify the user interface. Again, the way you do this in a browser is, of course, to just press Control plus or minus if you're on a PC. On a Mac, I'm not sure, but you can do it many ways, of course. But that's very handy. That's also one of the reasons why I use why it's called the Vanilla Reader and why I use only semantically correct, basic HTML for the entire user interface, because you kind of get everything for free when it comes to an accessible user interface. It just works. So yes. Change font. I have added a couple of fonts. If you again go into settings and then go down to publication font, I am quite fond of this easy reading font, which is a commercial font that it's from an Italian organization. So I'm going to choose that. Again, this is, I have a license to use this in the Vanilla Reader. If you want to use it, you need to buy your own license, but it's a nice, easy to read font, I think. Yes, let's see. Viewing MauthML. So yes, you can MauthML, because it's a browser-based reading system. Mauthabell will just work. So pass on those. Enlarged SVG image. And if this is included as an image tag, you will be able to click on it and get an enlarged version of it. If you're on a touchscreen, you can also, of course, just pinch and zoom to get more detail. But yeah, so it's up to you, really. Yes. Oh, yes. I was okay. So I was actually supposed to show the font size thing, I think, here in the supplemental content. So yeah, here you go. Everything has changed. Yes. Also, a neat feature in the Vanilla Reader again is if you press Control Alt Shift T, you reset the settings to default. Yes, so that's this book, and I think we passed. So yay for us.